Setting the scene every day. Inside the walls of House of David Orphanage, more than 80 children woke up to a new day, a day full of potential, laughter, and dreams.
In House of David, we have more than 80 children that we support. Some of them, they are living here with us at the children's home. Others, we support them from their own families, and others stays at church.
Behind every smile, there is a daily battle for basics: food, education, health, safety, and a sense of belonging.
One of the problems that we face, and one of the reasons that makes us, bring in children, is the problem of having a place where they can call home. Like some of you know that most of African countries are torn up by wars, by the diseases like AIDS. They did not leave communities in one part, and it has been a continuous problem that has been affecting the generations to come. For instance, in Uganda, since the wars that happened between 1962 and 1986, it left most of the homes without fathers, without mothers, so that made most of children being homeless and being orphans. So the same orphans that grew up by that time end up also starting up families, because they grew up in a way that they've been struggling. You could find that even their children started struggling. They could not take their kids to school. They could not feed them well. They could not give them basic needs, and it resulted that most of the families, mothers could stay alone, being single mothers that raise their kids, and some kids end up being on streets to be like street children, and others, because of HIV and other illnesses, they became orphans.
The means of self-sustainability. Some believe an orphanage like ours can be self-sustaining, that we can grow all our own food, cover our bills, and somehow absorb the rising costs of tuition, health care.
Like many people always ask me that what have you done so far for your ministry to be self-sustaining? The ministry to be having projects that brings in money, that can that can be able to curb up the needs that we have daily, like feeding, like health, like education. But a ministry like ours that cares for children and cares for teens, it is so hard to be able to be self-sustainable. And let me give you an example that if we are trying to be self-sustainable, it could be just in one sector. For instance, if we've been buying food every time, and God blesses us and we get land and we start planting our own food, that means as far as food is concerned, we are self-sustainable. But again, you find out that there are many other needs that comes in on a daily basis. For instance, you can find out that being that we have the overwhelmed number of kids at home, you can find out that if they become sick, it's not one kid who falls sick. You can find that at the whole home you have more than 5 kids who are sick, and by the time these kids are getting well, others are becoming also sick. You can find other needs like basic needs like food, etc. So for example, you can be planting corns. That's the main thing that we plant. We can plant corn and we can plant beans. In corn we can get what we call maize flour that we can use for porridge and for posho. But you can find out that kids cannot eat posho and porridge every day. That most of the time you need to change food. You may have balanced diet. You have to get some eggs. You have to get some milk here and there, some matokes and other kind of food. And it becomes hard for us to be able to facilitate all those sectors. So as you see, the education, let me break it down for you. In primary we have over 25 kids who are in primary, And when I say primary, I mean from what you call elementary in Western style, but here in Uganda we call it primary. That is starting from nursery to P7. And we have those in second, and we have a few in the tertiary institutes. But you can find in primary we have over 25. In secondary we have over like 17. So right now we have a mini, what we call like a pre-primary school, where at least we can educate some kids from our own school. And the only thing that we do is to pay teachers and to pay the rent of the school and to buy some other stuff. But you can find out that other kids who are in higher classes of primary, they end up going into another school where you have to pay money. Also, those who go in second, they have to go into another school where we pay money daily. And most of schools here in Uganda, they are extremely expensive according to the cost of living here. You can find that every kid pays like almost like $150 per term. That's over 500,000 shilling. And on top of that, we have to buy what we call school requirements. That comes every single term. On school requirements, you have to add on what we call daily transportation. You have to add on what we call daily feeding, and the other cost that comes in. And so in the end of the day, you see that it becomes a major problem with us. However much you want to be self-sustainable, it's so difficult to break that chain until, if we have many hands that helps us with, and if we try to at least, make some children go forth until when they finish up studies.
In reality, the needs of our children's tuition, nutritious meals, medical care, infrastructure, and countless daily expenses make true self-sustainability impossible. Our staff works tirelessly, but even devotion and resourcefulness cannot close the financial gaps we face each month.
Like, as I've told you that, yes, we want to be self-sustainable, but it still gets hard. How hard is it? For instance, now here at home, we have over 30 plus kids who stays here at home. But you can find out we have only like three major rooms where all kids stay. Because the units that we've completed so far, there are 2 units. And each and every unit have 2 bedrooms. One bedroom is for the caretaker, another bedroom is for the kids. So you find out that all girls stay in one room and boys stay in another room, and we also have toddlers. You can find out that we have an increasing number of kids per room, which is not advisable, but because that's what we have. So the infrastructure also becomes a problem, because we have a house that we failed to complete by now. We tried our best to slab it and to make it accommodative, that the other 2 units could be completed. But right now, even we are running a problem of putting doors into it, finishing it, painting it, putting in electricity, putting in floor. So when all those needs comes together, they become overwhelming. Sometimes we as leaders does not give you another alternative, but you feel like the burden is too heavy. But what could we do? Because we are showing these children what God can do, sometimes we don't want to show them that we are worried. But in most cases, we oftenly get worried. Like, as for me, even I can tell you that most of the time I have sleepless nights. Every single Monday that comes in, it comes with a worry. When a Monday knocks your door, you feel, oh, now Monday has come. Now I have to begin spending even what you don't have. You begin spending from the fuel that takes children at school. You begin spending from the money that they are going to buy what they need at school, the feeding, etc. By the time you look at feeding, someone else tells you this one is sick. By the time this one is coming from the hospital, even another one is sick. So to us as caretakers, it becomes a burden. And having, the fact that we lost some of the funding and sponsorship due to some factors that most of our funders, some of them pulled out because they lost their jobs, and other they have other things that they do. It becomes a problem. Now, some people, could come out and they advise me, why don't you let those kids go? Now, my question is, if we don't help them, who will? If we don't stand out for them, who will? Who will break this backbone of poverty? If they don't get education, if they don't get someone to hold their hands, who will? This is the same scenario that, like us, where we've grown up from, that we could not get basic needs, we could not study the way we want. So if we don't fight to put an end, this to be a repetitively, cycle that will go on round and round and round. And that's why House of David Ministries in Uganda has made it a mandate that we are doing whatever we can that we may support the child of Uganda to become somebody tomorrow. We are doing whatever that we can that will raise that child, that first of all he may get responsibility in the community, he may know God, he may pursue his dreams, he may pursue his purpose, and may be well behaved in a society.
What your support provides. Your donation goes direct to the core needs that matter most: school fees and supplies. Without this, our children cannot attend school or reach their dreams.
Now, we request everyone who can. We have a very number of kids. Like I can tell you, even today, no one has gone to school. Most of them, no one has paid school fees. Some of them, even they were supposed to be doing their mocks. Mocks, these are their pre-final examination, but they couldn't go to school. Our hands are tied up. We don't have, that money. And if they don't get education, they are losing their future. So we call upon you who watch this to come up and stand with House of Dead family. Be part of us. Make House of Dead be at your heart. Let it be your family. Share with us with whatever you can. Even if it means to sponsor one kid, even if it means to sponsor 2 kids, even if it means to sponsor the whole group, maybe part time. Just like we want to let you know that we need you. Without you, we cannot do anything. Without you, we cannot help these kids. We need you, we need your support, and we appreciate whatever that the Lord may lead you to stand with us.
Healthy meals and health care. These basics ensure every child grows strong and stays well. Safe, nurturing spaces. Maintenance and bills keep a roof over their heads and lights in their classrooms.
Also, we are looking for people who can stand with us, especially in the monthly feeding budget. Like, let me tell you the truth. At least these kids would have had like 2 meals per day. That is lunch and supper. But the truth is, it is advisable for them to have 3 meals, like breakfast, lunch, and supper. But the truth is, we can afford only 1 meal per day. And 1 meal per day, not even a proper meal, a proper balanced meal. Why? Because we cannot afford. Yes, we have some people that, like 2 or 3 that can give us, monthly some money. But you can see someone can give you money for monthly, feeding. But again, someone else is sick. And again, there's a bill here for so and so. So we end up, cutting onto those, small donations that we have, and to patch out the holes that we have, maybe for bills and the debts that we have for health, etc. So you find out that we cannot afford to have these 3 meals per day. We cannot even afford to have the balanced meal. But I beseech you, my friends, if you can stand with us, in a monthly feeding budget. Our monthly feeding budget, it is approximately $2,000, whereby every kid can get a full balanced meal from morning, that's breakfast, then lunch and supper. If you can stand with us, God will bless you. We are looking for various people. Many hands can, make this work. We want you to become not just like donors, not like just helpers, but to become part of House of David family. That House of David is at your heart, and you are at her heart.
The power of education and care education is more than a classroom. It's a key to breaking the cycle of poverty and giving each child the tools to build their own future. By investing in these children, you are providing access to quality education and tutoring, emotional support and counseling to heal, learn, and become confident young adults. A foundation of care, dignity, and love that lasts a lifetime. A direct impact from suffering to thriving. When you donate, you are not just giving money, you are offering hope. You are ensuring that children don't just survive, but truly thrive, now and the long into adulthood.
Standing with us, we shall be appreciative. Whatever that you do, it builds up a generation that is going to be more fundamental in our country. And we believe that when these kids raise up, they are going to be more beneficial in the community. They are going to teach others how to be responsible, and they are going to be respective people in our community. If you want to stand with us, you can email us on our email, as you can see it there down, or you can call us directly or send us WhatsApp on those numbers. We love you. God bless you.
Your support is a bridge from hardship to opportunity, from uncertainty to a future filled with promise. Personal call to action. Today, we invite you to be part of House of David family. No gift is too small. Every donation makes a difference in a child's life. Help us unlock the potential of over 80 bright, deserving kids. Stand with us, invest in their education, invest in their future. Thank you for caring. Thank you for believing in a brighter tomorrow for every child.